I'm all aboard the JJ McCarthy train this year, and I believe so heavily in the Vikings this season. I'll go as far as to say the Vikings are winning their division, and JJ McCarthy is the franchise quarterback. I believe in him that much. And let me tell you something. I love systems, structure, and schemes more than I do players in the NFL. Because I've seen Lamar Jackson's potential held back in a Greg Roman system, and I've also watched Brock Purdy go to the Super Bowl under Kyle Shanahan's vision. I've watched Sam Darnold resurrect his career with 4,300 yards and 35 touchdowns in a Kevin O'Connell system, have an MVP caliber year, and get a max contract out of that season. So I love systems and structure more than I do individuals in the league. And I think that's why I'm betting so heavily now on JJ McCarthy and his career in Minnesota. So let's dissect JJ McCarthy, the player. He's a great short and intermediate passer. He completes footballs across the middle of the field easily, with precision, with speed, with accuracy. That first read, a slant, dig, anything over the middle, he's very, very good at. And sometimes NFL quarterbacks just can't get to that level coming out of the draft and throughout their careers. They just struggle with that. So that's a bonus for JJ. JJ's a good play extender. He makes things happen with his legs. He can extend plays on the ground, outside the pocket. And we saw a little bit of that in the first preseason game we watched. We saw him extend plays outside the pocket with his legs, moving outside, completing passes left and right. He did it really well. He's also extremely tough, and he's willing to take a hit to deliver a football on time with accuracy. And for me, that's super important, because sometimes quarterbacks coming out of college and into the NFL, they don't have that toughness, physical and mental toughness, to step in the pocket and take a hit in order to put a football on the money precisely in the receiver's hands. So I admire that about JJ. Then there's also the intangibles. The intangibles are huge with JJ too. I mentioned his toughness. There's the leadership aspect, and there's the fact he's won at a high level. That matters a lot to me too. So when I'm looking at comparisons, I'd compare him to Brock Purdy. I'd compare him to Baker Mayfield. Baker's toughness is what I see in JJ McCarthy. I see Baker's toughness in JJ McCarthy. And I see the vision of JJ McCarthy as a game manager in Minnesota, similar to Brock Purdy in San Francisco. Because the Vikings need a quarterback to execute their offense. They don't need a superhero. They don't need a Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes, a Lamar Jackson. They need a game manager like JJ McCarthy who can complete footballs over the middle of the field, run the system that's put in for the quarterback, and take care of the ball. That's all they're going to ask from him. And he's going to have a spectacular season doing that exactly. And maybe his film from college left a little bit to be desired. I understand. There are drawbacks from his game. Maybe his deep ball isn't fantastic. Maybe his accuracy lacks at moments. But I think the intangibles and what I've seen from his film will translate quickly over to the NFL, and everything else will come with time, and the system will also benefit him. So I really like the fit. I think JJ McCarthy is primed for his rookie season breakout. It's his year 2, but his rookie season, let's be serious. Now let's look at the supporting cast, okay? Kevin O'Connell, one of the best play callers in the league. I've gained a lot of respect for him. He resurrected Sam Darnold's career, someone most forgot about. He brought him back to life. And now he's in Seattle because of it. Because of Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell is a genius offensive play caller. So I have full trust he'll be able to get JJ McCarthy prepared for an 18-game season plus the playoffs to perform at a high level. His receiving options, Justin Jefferson, best receiver in the league. Jordan Addison, a really good second option. And Jalen Naylor, who most don't talk about, is one of the best third options the league has to offer, receiving-wise. So, as far as options catching the ball, he's got it all. And TJ Hawkinson. Let's not forget about him. In the backfield, they have Aaron Jones, who's 30 years old, and Jordan Mason, who's 26. Aaron Jones went for 1,100 yards last year and 5 touchdowns. Jordan Mason, 800 and 3 touchdowns, filling in for Christian McCaffrey after that injury in San Francisco. I think this is a great 1-2 punch. In order for Aaron Jones to put the best reps he can on film for this team, he's going to need some rest. He's 30 years old. Let's cut him some slack. He can still perform at a high level, but Jordan Mason will fill in now when he needs a break, when he needs a breather with fresh legs, and really amplify this offense into that next stratosphere that maybe they were missing last year. Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones in the backfield. They'll both get sufficient rest so they can put their best work on film for an 18-game season plus the playoffs. Now, if you've talked to me in previous years, if you watched my content last year, you'll know how much I love offensive lines and defensive lines. Because those, the trenches, that's really where teams are built. That's really where teams succeed and where they lose. The Vikings' offensive line, arguably top 5 in the league. Let's look at the additions. Darisaw is back from his season-ending injury. They have him as an anchor at left tackle. Or they have him as an anchor at tackle. Wherever he wants to play, to be honest with you. Ryan Kelly, center, and Will Fries, guard, both from Indianapolis, who played a massive role in leading one of the best offensive lines last year for the Colts, where Jonathan Taylor had a phenomenal season. Another reason these running backs will have a great year behind 2 pillars from that Colts O-line last year, now in Minnesota. They drafted Donovan Jackson, guard. They'll add him to the offensive line. So this offensive line, the Vikings' offensive line, looks incredible. They look like a solid unit ready to go to work with depth all over the place. I have full belief. And then when you think it's all done, you flip to the defense. They were the 5th ranked defense in points against last year with 19.5 per game. Brian Flores, we know how much of a genius he is coordinating the defense. They added Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave on the D-line to put some more pressure on the quarterback and help out in the run-stopping game. And they picked up Isaiah Rodgers and Jeff Okudah for the secondary to add some depth and get a few more pieces in there that they can circulate with different looks. So they've made an effort on the offensive line to improve. They've clearly gone out and added pieces to improve the defense. This is a plug-and-play system for JJ McCarthy. Anyone who thinks you'll fail, I find it hard to believe that you truly think that with your full heart. This Vikings team is set to succeed. They're a top 5 team on paper. And the only true question mark right now is JJ McCarthy, because we haven't seen him in regular season action. And I promise you, he will not disappoint. There might be a rough start. There might be a rough first few games. But as he catches a rhythm, as his confidence grows, with security blankets in Justin Jefferson, in Aaron Jones, a veteran, with the season Jordan Mason had last year, he'll have incredible protection with the O-line. He can look to Jordan Addison. He can look to Jalen Naylor. He can look to TJ Hawkinson. The options are endless. Oftentimes, first-round rookie quarterbacks, they don't have the best set-up system when they walk in. Caleb Williams in Chicago, Bryce Young with the Panthers, Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. This is very different. JJ McCarthy is walking into his first year as an NFL starter with one of the best situations in the league. And don't forget, he was the starter last year before he got injured, and Darnold went for 4,300 yards and 35 touchdowns. This is a breakout season for JJ McCarthy. Just watch. Sit back, watch, and enjoy. Now, I've raved about them enough. Let's go through a season prediction for the Vikings. We'll go week by week. I'll give you a prediction and then a record prediction at the end of the 18-game season. Let's do it. Week 1, Bears, that's a loss. I think they open up the season a little slow, give J.J. McCarthy a little bit of time to grow, brush the nerves off, brush the dust off. He'll be fine, though. He'll be fine. By the end of the season, he'll be fine. This is a loss. Week 2, Falcons, win. Week 3, Bengals, win. Bengals are usually slow until week 6 or 7. So the Vikings eat them up week 3. Week 4, Steelers, that's a loss. I think Tomlin's defense, especially early on in the regular season, they'll cause JJ some problems despite all the weapons they got. And I think they get the best of the rookie quarterback or the first-year starting quarterback. And I think JJ and the Vikings lose here. Week 5, Browns, win. Coming off the Week 6 bye. Week 7, Eagles, loss, but it'll be close. It'll be close, and it'll show us that the Vikings really are the competition for Philly in the NFC. Week 8, Chargers, win. Week 9, Lions, win. Week 10, Ravens, loss. Week 11, Bears, win. They split the season series with the Bears. Week 12, Packers, win. I'm very low on the Packers this year. I'll get into that in a later episode. Not high on them at all. I think they missed the playoffs. Week 13, Seahawks, win. Week 14, Commanders, win. Week 15, Cowboys, win. Week 16, Giants, win. Week 17, Lions, loss. I think they split this season series as well. Divisional rivalries, always more intense than a regular game. Week 18, Packers, win to finish the season 12-5 on top of their division. And JJ McCarthy gets his first playoff win of his career. I truly believe it. JJ McCarthy gets his first playoff win of his career. They get redemption for last year's playoff explosion, upset, whatever you want to call it. It was pretty sad. Sam Darnold imploded. The team just wasn't ready for the moment. I think they get redemption, and the Vikings get a playoff win this season. Jump ship right now. Get on this Vikings train. Hop on JJ McCarthy train right now before it's too late, because I won't hear it. Week 6, Week 7, Week 8, once things are heating up, believe in JJ McCarthy now, just like I do, and rock with the Vikings this season.